Pullman shooting that happened nearly 1 week ago.
Make sure to remember your reusable bags while you're shopping from now on. Find out why next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Sona Porter.
And I'm Derek Strom. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
23-year-old Liban Barr's autopsy is complete. Whitman County Coroner Annie Pillars released the autopsy results yesterday, stating that Barr died from multiple gunshot wounds and his manner of death was ruled as a homicide. The shooter, George Melvin Harris III, is still in an ongoing investigation, but the prosecutor's office has not filed charges yet. WSU player Brandon Gray is out of the ICU. According to Coach Rolovich, he is still recovering and that visitation at the moment is limited. Gray was shot and injured last Saturday near Williams Drive and Liebeck Road. George Melvin Harris III was arrested in connection to the shooting but was released after posting bail on Monday. The Whitman County Prosecutor's Office decided not to file charges against him but did not comment on why, as the investigation is still ongoing.
Statewide plastic bag ban begins today. Restaurants, grocery stores, and retail stores are prohibited from providing single-use plastic bags. Customers are encouraged to bring their own reusable bags, or they can purchase a reusable or paper bag. Merchants will charge at least 8 cents per bag as a way to encourage customers to bring their own. Flu shot season here at WSU has started, and we're going to tell you how you can get your flu shot. Jacoby Wright is live at the Elson S. Floyd Cultural Center with more information.
Go. Thanks, Derek. Today is the first day of Flu Shot Friday, so starting today you will be able to get your flu shot. I am here at the Elson S. Floyd Cultural Center where you can get your flu shot, and you can also get your flu shot at the Chinook. Until October 29th, you have until October 29th to get your flu shot. You must schedule an appointment. If you schedule an appointment through your CHS or the Cultural Health Services Cougar Health Services student portal where you can schedule your appointment, you can get your flu shot. Now, I plan on getting my flu shot today, or soon, not today, but soon, so I hope that you all are encouraged to get yours as well. Back to you guys at the desk.
First responders in Washington are stepping down due to recent vaccine mandates. Murrow News 8 reporter Isaiah Sharp has the story.
First responders across Washington state are stepping down due to vaccine mandates, causing a strain on many local fire departments.
Yes, I did step down. I am on a leave of absence with my fire department, same as my brother-in-law and a couple other firefighters from the academy.
Spencer Dowers was interviewing with multiple departments before he stepped away, and the cost of it all is what sticks with him the most.
Our departments just spent a good amount of money on us going through academy, and finally we understand how to fight fires or how to help people out of buildings.
That training takes many months, sometimes even years to learn, and Washington is currently in a bad spot when it comes to trained first responders.
The pandemic already has departments struggling to find workers. According to the U.S. Fire Administration, 78% of Washington fire departments are volunteer-based. And with a vaccine mandate looming, the struggle to find first responders could increase.
I think it's too bad because I know of a lot of firefighters that are stepping down October 18th.
And with a need for firefighters, departments may skip steps for new trainees to fill a massive need in our communities.
They won't have to go through training because departments are going to have 25 open spots.
October 4th is a deadline for first responders to receive the first dose in order to comply with the state's full vaccination mandate on October 18th. Reporting in Lacey, I'm Isaiah Sharp, Murrow News 8.
We have another COVID update for you. According to Moscow Pullman Daily News, Whitman County reported 2 hospitalizations for COVID-19 Thursday, along with Gritman Medical Center reporting 5 hospitalizations this past week. The Idaho North Central District also said there have been 21 new cases in Latah County. Whitman County reported 3 more than that, with 24 new cases confirmed on Thursday.
The Engineering Laboratories announced it is raising its starting hourly wage for U.S. employees for $18 an hour. The company currently has approximately 300 open positions, 50 of those openings at its Pullman and Lewiston locations. In addition, all U.S. employees of SEL receives shares of the company's stock, which are held in a trust until they leave or retire.
Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories also launched a virtual tour of its Pullman manufacturing facilities. The company launched the virtual tour to coincide with Friday's Manufacturing Day, celebrated by the National Association of Manufacturers and the Manufacturing Institute, to highlight the industry through events and education.
A research team from the University of Idaho was awarded almost $4 million from the National Science Foundation. The team will focus on incorporating wood waste into 3D printing technology. The funds will also go towards developing a 3D printer that can produce wall, floor, and roof panels for industrial construction. 60% of global waste comes from construction, and this project will help reduce that.
Construction plans to improve the safety of U.S. Highway 95 have been delayed. The Idaho Transportation Department said they wanted to begin working on the new section of the highway this fall. However, construction has now been delayed to this spring. The planned 6.5-mile, 4-lane section of highway was last reported to cost about $60 million. It's estimated it will take 2 years to build.
Over at the University of Idaho, the new Idaho Credit Central Union area debuted yesterday. The $51 million 4,000-seat arena was funded by the Idaho Central Credit Union, U of I, students and donations. It will be the new home of Vandal men's and women's basketball, along with hosting concerts, convocation, and special events. The UI will have a ribbon cutting for the ICCU arena during homecoming next week on Friday. The first Vandal men's basketball game in the new arena will be on October 29th. I know quite a few students were bummed after Jeff Dunham canceled his show for Parents Weekend. Mirror News reporter Ryan Watson covers why it got canceled and what's next for Beasley Coliseum.
Beasley Coliseum has postponed Jeff Dunham's performance over Family Weekend. Leo Udi, director of Beasley Coliseum, says the delay was a joint decision between Beasley and Dunham.
It was a mutually agreed upon decision between Jeff Dunham and us that it was decided to postpone the concert to healthier times, let's put it that way.
Beasley staff announced unforeseen circumstances to explain moving the event to a later date. But what exactly does that mean?
Unforeseen circumstances is kind of a common term in the industry for reasons beyond our control.
Now, Udi says the state of COVID-19 in the area prompted the decision to postpone. And while that decision may seem reasonable, students still want to see Dunham as soon as possible.
I don't know, 3 weeks at maximum. Any more than that, it feels like it just needs to be in a separate time of month even at that point.
Dunham will continue to tour the West, visiting Arizona and Nevada in the meantime. Udi says that Dunham is on board to reschedule. In Pullman, Ryan Wasson, Murrow News 8.
According to the New York Post, a former Spokane Indians baseball player was fatally shot Thursday in Nebraska. Christopher Gradeville was 37 years old, renting a home in Omaha as he worked at Creighton University as the baseball team's director of operations. According to authorities, Gradeville was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds outside the house early Thursday morning. Shooting suspect Liddell Thornton, who was another renter at the home, was taken into custody at the scene. Authorities later arrested the man on suspicion of first-degree murder.
Spokane police are investigating another drive-by shooting, this being the 5th shooting in the past 3 days. On Thursday morning alone, Spokane PD responded to 3 different drive-by shootings. Police say the shootings appear to be unrelated to each other. However, the increase in shootings is a major concern for the police department and the city. Coming up, find out why some schools are struggling to find teachers and school staff.
Stubbies and DJ Goldfinger make their glorious return tonight. Find out when and where coming up.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
As staffing shortages continue to rise throughout schools nationwide, we wanted to know how the schools here in Pullman have been affected. Our Murrow News 8 reporter Eva Wainhouse has the story.
The Pullman School District is struggling.
It takes a village to make school continue to run.
The nationwide staffing shortages we hear about every day are very much an issue here at home.
It's exhausting.
But to the faculty and staff, being exhausted every week is worth it if it means their kids can be back in the classroom.
We know they want to be here, and we definitely want them here.
Everyone wanted to support the kids in whatever way possible.
And that support is largely coming from parents, like Jackie, who have kids in the Pullman School District. They're volunteering as emergency substitutes, and the verification process is simple if you have a bachelor's degree. And I'm told that this staffing shortage is so bad in the Pullman schools that these emergency subs are used every day.
If they need help, I'll help. I mean, I want my kids back in school, and even if I work full time, I can make time and make sure that the teachers feel safe, or that they have someone that they can reach out to help them out.
And it's not just these emergency subs covering classes. Pullman High School's principal tells me that he and his staff have already covered more classes this fall than they would in a normal full year of school.
I worry about our staff that is getting stretched thin, and how much longer can they continue to do this.
But it all comes back to the people school is for.
We're fueled off of our students and their want to be back in school. That's what keeps us going, keeps people coming back, keeps people working hard even when they're really, really tired.
The Pullman School District will continue to urge anyone who can help to contact Dagny Myers, the Human Resources Manager for the district. Reporting in Pullman, Ava Wainhouse, Murrow, News 8.
As Democrats remain divided over a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure spending bill, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her leadership team delayed a vote on it. Pelosi told reporters on Thursday, "I'm only envisioning taking it up and winning it." The bill contains spending for over the next 5 years, focusing on projects like roads, bridges, rail systems, airports, among others.
According to Moscow Pullman Daily News, a school board group asked President Joe Biden for federal assistance to stop threats made over mask mandate policies Thursday. This request, made by the National School Boards Association, demonstrates the level of hostility that has taken over education meetings throughout the pandemic. WSU Student Entertainment Board has announced Ty Verdes to perform here October 11th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available for purchase via Purple Pass, $15 for students, $25 for general admission. Sales will close on the day of the concert 1 hour before it begins. There is a giveaway happening for a chance to meet Ty Verdes on the WSU SEB Instagram.
Stubblefields is reopening tonight at their new location, the Lumberyard, under its new name, Timber. DJ Goldfinger has been promoting the grand reopening all over social media, and his enthusiasm about finally being back is palpable.
Really excited about it, but anytime you open up something new, you're very nervous, so I'm nervous at the same time.
Timber will also be open Saturday as well. Well, I'm hyped for the upcoming return of Stubby's, but there's another bar that's becoming the talk of the town. The land is a staple bar of apartment land. Here's Murrow News 8 reporter Will Wixey with the story.
The Land, originally known as Z-Bar, has been getting quite the influx of patrons lately. The Land has been climbing the popularity ladder as of late. With students returning on campus, more are learning about the Coog Corner Mart's neighbor.
So during COVID, I would go there once or twice, and there was never normally, any people there. And I didn't really know the name. And then after COVID this year, people are starting to get the name more, and a lot of people are starting to show up.
The Land hasn't quite returned to full swing from COVID quite yet, but their Thursday specials and delicious chicken sandwich is drawing in the Pullman crowd.
The Land's the best spot to go to because it's right by our apartment. It's where all our friends go. It's a great space, and now it's popping because, COVID's slowly dying down.
Like most other businesses during COVID, the Land took a big hit, but they bounced back in a big way this fall.
Well, while the Land's parking is usually only subject to a few cars during the morning, at night it's a completely different story. Well, this year you'd be lucky to find a parking spot, let alone finding a seat to sit at.
With pool, darts, and enough space to accommodate for up to 100 customers, the Land is reaching hidden gem status and is getting some of that notoriety back in apartment land. With Murrow News 8, I'm Will Wixey.
Idaho's partial recount of ballots cast during the last presidential election validated the accuracy of the results. Manipulation claims made by Trump ally Mike Lindell have been rebunked by the recount in Camas and Butte counties. Lindell has made unsubstantiated claims and floated conspiracy theories about last year's election in multiple states, including Idaho, where Trump easily won with nearly 64% of the vote. A partial recount in Bonner County will take place on Saturday. Pullman School District's new upgrade has teachers and staff excited.
And should you wear some sunglasses or a flannel this weekend? Jackson Scaram's got you covered next.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
The Pullman School District recently unveiled its new $10 million transportation facility. The building is built on 5 acres of land and will serve as a bus maintenance center, supplying all the repair needs of multiple school districts, including Whitman County, Colfax, and Garfield. The first day of operation begins on October 11th. However, staff will start moving to the new building next week.
This Saturday, Lauren McCluskey will be holding a series of events. There will be the Race for Campus Safety from 9 to 10 a.m. in Mary Park, a self-defense class from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Chinook Room 20, and a dinner and auction at 5:15 p.m. at Ensminger Pavilion. 3 years ago, McCluskey's daughter, a Pullman native, was killed just before a track and field event in 2018. On October 22nd, student groups from Washington State University, the University of Idaho, and the University of Utah are planning a memorial walk around their track. Now, we've had a little bit cooler weather lately, but I'm hopeful that things are going to warm up this weekend. Jackson, give you some good news.
Thanks, Derek. I got some great news for you. It does look like this week is going to be heating up here soon, but we do have to wait on that. But for going in today, for today's forecast, it looks like it was a pretty cloudy morning going into today, but it did go away, so we got some blue skies and some sunshine coming into today's weather. We do have a high of 64, which is honestly not my favorite. I would like it to be a little bit hotter because, man, it has been a little chilly. We do have some 6-mile-per-hour winds going towards the southeast. The sunrise is going to be at 6:49 a.m., and sunset is going to be at 6:26 p.m., which is unfortunate because I do like my daylight during later hours. But going into tomorrow's forecast, we are looking at 68 degrees. So this is the part where I was talking where things are going to start warming up. So we're going to be going for 64 to 68. And going into our state map, going on to the east side, we are seeing Spokane. So Spokane had a little bit of fog this morning, but it did end up going away later into the day, kind of like how it happened today, but instead of fog for us, it was just cloudy. We do have a high of 66 in Spokane. Going into the Tri-Cities, we do have a high of 71. So it is going to be looking a little sunny in Tri-Cities. Hopefully things are heating up for them too. Going into the middle of the state here, we got Yakima at 69. Overall, all the other states are looking to be starting to warm up. Seattle is getting a little bit cooler, so hopefully with some of the M's games coming up, if they do end up in Seattle, things will be heating up. Going into today's forecast, so as I was saying before, we are going from 64 to 68 to 72, all the way down to 75 degrees throughout the week, and I think that is going to be it for today's weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Cougs take on Cal this Saturday and are looking to bounce back in a big way.
My Mariners are sure making me nervous. Dakota Cruz has your sports next.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
Club sports are back at WSU. Reporter Henry Lionheart caught up with the rugby team to see how they're getting ready for their new season on their new field.
It has been a while, but WSU club sports like rugby are getting ready for the start of their seasons.
This team I'm really excited about. We've come a long way.
Third-year player Jacob Grant is grateful that rugby is back.
It feels great to be back. We got a lot more guys on the team, so it's exciting to see all the new faces and all the new experience.
After 19 long months of no rugby because of COVID-19, Coach Bob Sproul is excited for this season.
We've got about 20 returning players, and we have about 15 to 20 new players this year who've really come along in the last 4 or 5 weeks. We've had 5 weeks to run up. We have our first game this weekend, October 2nd.
The team's first game of the season, the WSU Back to Rugby Jamboree, is tomorrow here at the South Fairway Playfields. Gonzaga, Eastern Washington, and Boise State will be here. Games start at 10 a.m. and go till 5. For the first time ever in WSU history, the rugby team has their own field with permanent rugby goalposts, and players and coaches could not be happier.
Excited this year, and we really appreciate all that UREC has done for us and the facilities department here to get us a proper rugby field for the first time here at Washington State University.
It's so nice. We used to have to play on turf, so That would just meant a lot of turf burn and broken ankles, but now we got the goal post so we don't have to roll out, so it's actually feeling like a real rugby field that we have to ourselves. We don't have to share with anyone. It's very nice.
Reporting in Pullman, I'm Henry Lenhart.
WSU football will travel to the Golden State this weekend to take on University of California, Berkeley. The Cougs are coming off a disappointing loss to Utah last week, but are expected to welcome back some familiar faces. Nick Rolovich said in the press conference yesterday that quarterback Jaden DeLora is getting closer to making his return. Rolovich also said running backs Max Borghi is questionable to play, but should be ready to go. Kickoff is set for 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. WSU volleyball continues Pac-12 play with a pair of matches this weekend. The Cougs will play at home and will welcome USC today at 7 p.m. and then will host UCLA on Sunday at 11 a.m. The Cougs are currently on an 8-game winning streak and are looking to keep that streak going into this weekend. WSU soccer is now on a 5-game winning streak after a 5th consecutive shutout win last night against Utah. WSU junior Grayson Lynch launched a rocket into the goal that came in the 77th minute. The Cougs are back on the road this weekend, taking on Colorado on Sunday at 11 a.m. Well, Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks look to bounce back this weekend after a 2-game skid. Seattle takes on division rival the San Francisco 49ers in a highly anticipated matchup this Sunday at 1:05 p.m. First-round pick Dee Eskridge, who has missed the past 2 games, is expected to return this week, and defensive end Kerry Hyder Jr. is also expected to make a return after missing last week. Well, Mariner fans, this is it. Seattle plays the first of their last 3-game regular season games tonight at home against the LA Angels. The Mariners are currently tied with the Boston Red Sox for the second AL wildcard spot. The Mariners need to win out in order to still be in contention for postseason play. If the Red Sox lose even 1 game to the Washington Nationals, Seattle can take sole possession of the second wildcard spot if they win out. Seattle holds the record for the longest playoff drought in all of Major League sports at 19 years. That is all for sports today, and back to you guys at the desk.
Well, happy first day of October, everyone.
Are you looking to go pumpkin picking? Find out where to pick yours coming up.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Come on down to Eggett Family Organic Farm to pick some pumpkins. The pumpkin patch is open from 3 to 6 today and goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. Patrons are welcome to pick out their own pumpkins, and the farm stand will also be open with a wide selection of fall crops. The farm is on Animal Science Road, directly from the WSU Bear Research Center. Thanks for watching. If you have missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.